So apparently the government is trying to get everybody to go vegan. They're trying to get everyone to stop eating meat, and it's just kind of funny watching them. Apparently they are now saying they are going to try and use masculine marketing to try to get people to go vegan. Okay, because people see vegans as weak soy boys, you know, skinny twerps who, simps. They just see them as being weak, and if they equate veganism with being weak simp soy boys, then they're not going to want to do it. So now they're saying, oh, maybe we need to do masculine marketing and say, all men are vegan. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if we do that, then we can get people to turn vegan. After years and years of propaganda, decades of propaganda of how vegan lifestyle is bad for you. Veganism is bad for you. You're going to be weak and scrawny, and you're going to die from malnutrition and lack of nutrients. After decades and decades of pushing this, after decades of subsidies for meat and dairy, helping them to make meat and dairy cheap. I mean, it was always a joke where the hamburger was $1 and the salad is $5. How am I supposed to eat healthy if the only healthy option is like 5 times the price of meat and dairy? Okay, so decades of subsidies, decades of propaganda about how veganism is bad for you and how meat is so good for you. Now they're trying to get people to switch, and it's like that's not that easy, and it's kind of funny watching them trying to get people to flip to the other side. Like, they created a monster. It's like creating Frankenstein and trying to stop him from killing people. Or like Anakin Skywalker, right? It's like, you grow up, he grows up and you try to train him, to be good, or you just train him in the ways of fighting, and then all of a sudden you say, okay, don't do that anymore. And he's like, now I'm on the dark side, okay? Try to get me to change. You're going to have to kill me first, and, who knows, that might be the government's next plan. I wouldn't put anything past them. But anyway, so it's just kind of funny trying to watch them change the propaganda, because that's what a lot of people are trying to do to people who are brainwashed by the media to believe everything the media says. We're trying to get our friends and family, and it's impossible. You know what I mean? Like me, I'm vegan. I do it for moral reasons. I do it for health reasons, for energy reasons. I got way more energy being vegan in my case, and I think it's morally better. But if someone just like, if the government can't get people to go vegan, like how is am I just a regular person going to get people to go vegan? Try veganism. I mean, I've gotten people to try it, and they end up going back. But if the government can't do it, basically that says it's very difficult. But they're the ones that created this beast. They created it by years of propaganda, years of subsidies, and now they're trying to change it. So I just think it's kind of funny, and I'm going to be watching closely to see what they do, to see how they get people, after decades of propaganda, how do they get people to change? I changed through just things that I've read about, what's first, because first I gave up like dairy before I gave up anything. Like I didn't completely go vegan at first. It was a slow process, but it was just things that I read about, what's in dairy, what's in meat, what's in, all this stuff. And then I started following a YouTuber. I didn't even realize was vegan at first, but then because he was just so crazy and out there, and I started following him, and then I started seeing, about the animals, and I felt bad for the animals, and I just, it took me a while even after I was following him to actually go 100% vegan, but I finally did. And there's another thing I saw about the Essenes, which was a sect of Christianity back in the day. And there's a website called Essene.com, and they have a page that says Jesus and the eating of animals. And allegedly, Jesus said, when you eat animals, you're eating death. But when you're eating everything else, like, you know, plants, you're eating life. And you're supposed to eat life, not death. So, I don't know, you can look into that, you could believe it or not. Like I said, I am not going to, if the government can't get people to go vegan, it's going to be difficult for, me to do it. But like I said, I'm just watching closely to see what they do. Like, who knows? They might just take everybody out for all we know. But yeah, I'm going to be watching closely to see what they do to break the decades and decades of propaganda. I don't think everybody's, brainwashed. I think, people like the taste, which I liked the taste too, but, you know, um, I thought things were more important. But I know a lot of people just do it because they like the taste and also because the government's telling them not to. I'm that type of person who's like, okay, the government tells me, I mean, I do things that I think are right, but if they tell me to do things that I think are morally wrong, I'm not going to do it. And I think a lot of people are the same way, and they're just like, oh, well, the government's telling me to do it, so I'm not going to do it. I'm digging in my heels. So it's actually probably working against the government to like tell people to go vegan and to eat the bugs. I'm not telling people to eat bugs because I don't want to eat bugs either. I think that's against veganism too. So anyway, I just think it's funny that now they're trying this masculine marketing to try to cater and get the attention of men who want to be vegan. But anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens.